Through sanctions, tariffs and strategic decoupling, India finds itself both exposed and empowered, its resilience tested. Yet its economic leverage growing, the ability to absorb shocks is no longer enough. Strategic choices must convert resilience into leadership. As history shows, fragmentation often precedes renewal, and today's crisis may birth new, inclusive forms of cooperation. For developing nations, such cooperation is not a luxury but a necessity. Passive observation is no longer valuable in a world where distant decisions shape local destinies. India must engage actively, shaping global outcomes while safeguarding its autonomy.
With them. At the same time, geopolitical conflicts are intensifying. Sanctions, tariffs, and decoupling strategies are reshaping global supply chains. For India, these dynamics highlight both vulnerability and resilience. Our capacity to absorb shocks is strong, while our economic leverage is evolving. Our choices will determine whether resilience becomes a foundation for leadership or merely a buffer against uncertainty. So in conclusion, history teaches us crises often precede renewal. The fragmentation we see today may give rise to more sustainable and unforeseen forms of cooperation. The challenge is to ensure that inclusive principles shape cooperation. For developing countries, this is a necessity, not just a romantic aspiration. We cannot afford to be passive spectators. In a world where decisions elsewhere determine our destinies, we must be active participants, shaping outcomes where possible and preserving autonomy where necessary. As we reflect on these issues, let us recognize that many of these questions I have raised today may not have clear answers. Indeed, it may be unwise to seek definitive answers at this stage. The value of this gathering lies precisely in its capacity to wrestle with uncertainty, recognize and examine imbalances, deliberate on trade-offs, particularly those of our time, and be open to the possibilities we may not have considered earlier. This must be the guiding vision for our takeaways from these 3-day conference. The themes before us are not isolated strands. They are a part of a single large tapestry. How we interpret this tapestry and how we choose to act with it will shape the contours of our century. With them. At the same time, geopolitical conflicts are intensifying. Sanctions, tariffs, and